Got it.
You're good.
We go to the right.
Okay, we're good.
All right. The workshop meeting of the Park District of Highland Park is called to order Wednesday, January 11th, 2023 at 8:02 p.m.
6.
Oh, yeah, 6.
6.
8 is the pickup. Got it. Roxanne, can you please call the roll?
Commissioner Bernstein.
Here.
Commissioner
Here.
Kaplan. Commissioner Rottenberg.
Here.
Vice President Freeman.
Here. Do we have any additions to the agenda? Okay, sweet. Any members from the public attending the meeting? No, we don't
No.
have that happening. Great,
She's
let's
good,
go.
Tracy.
We're gonna start with construction project updates. Director Voss, we're looking at Millard Bluff grading and tree removal project.
Let me just go on the record that
You're
Chair
up first.
Grossberg's in trouble. I'll tell you, your handling is great.
I guess you want to do that after because
Okay,
we're
we're
going to
gonna-
talk about it during your.
Can we replace the
Okay,
president on voice vote tonight?
No, I'm
We're ready? Okay.
No, we're good.
Brian is okay.
Oh, I can't see it.
I haven't started yet. Okay, an update on the Millard Bluff grading tree project. We started in mid-December, and really I just have some pictures to share. First portion is all the tree removals that's happening. This is about second or third week in December. This was the very first day. If you've been up there, you've seen this piece of equipment that can reach down about 3/4 of the way with a chain and a strap, and they're hauling the trees up and shipping them up top. This is the following week. This was right before the holidays. And actually, yeah, this was the Wednesday before the big snow that never really occurred. You can see the guys. They've been doing most of this with just 3 or 4 guys. They're down in here, and when they cut them, they're strapping them and they're pulling them straight up and shipping them up top. So it's going very well. No big concerns. I threw this. This was Monday afternoon. I threw this in just as a reminder of kind of why we're doing this, because it's unfortunately I thought I took a better picture, but I did not. But this tree has fallen over and just the entire root ball is just ripped straight up, and that's where we're losing topsoil and having some of our issues. So doing all this is removing these trees is help prevent future erosion.
Did they ever just cut that and tip it back in and
Yeah.
can't do that?
We actually are gonna cut this one about right
Rebecca can do
here. I'm sorry?
Rebecca can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't either.
And this is actually from Rebecca about 3 hours ago. This is just today. This is the old Boy Scout gazebo up there. So we're about 65 to 70% done with the trees. You'll see some work down on the beach itself so they can get the trees along the lower half of the bluff, and everything's going well. Depending if the weather holds out like this, we may be able to start the regrading portion a lot sooner than we anticipated without any snow coverage. So,
Really start with the good news.
yep,
All right.
that's all I got.
Any
questions?
questions? We've got 3 no's. I have none. Thank you.
Thank you.
I like good news. All right, we've got 3 things from Director Smith. Let's start with Moraine Beach Pathway projects. Or really any order you want.
Let the
We'll go with
record
that.
note that Dan bolted out of the chair.
And good news.
Well, we didn't notice, but
Did we do the approval of the?
No, we're going to do that after
Oh, after?
because she's going to talk about it in Centennial.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to give a brief update on a few projects, starting with Moraine Path Improvement Project. I'll give the good news and the bad news. The good news is that the boardwalk is done.
It's beautiful.
There it is. It's completed. The bad news is that the site is still not open, but I'll explain that in just a moment. So the boardwalk is complete. They've also completed a restoration upper part down below. The reasoning behind the site still being closed is there is a requirement through our permitting process to put a handrail on the 2 sets of stairs. You can see one right here. There was a bit of a miscommunication with this, and so now we're just learning about this, and so we're moving forward with that.
That's not a handrail?
No, so that's exactly correct. An additional handrail you would think of, like a bar you would hold on to. Per code, it's being required. And so we've been working with the city and our engineer and our contractor on this.
To
Where we
eliminate the
stand.
code for people who've never encountered stairs. Got it.
No, to finalize a handrail that will be installed. So the handrail is being ordered now, and at this point, it looks like the project will be complete and the site should be open in approximately 3 weeks.
Okay. well, close.
Final slide here is just the financial report on it. And you can see here, we did spend a little bit of the contingency due to the handrail, but we're still staying within budget. Any questions about that?
Folks, no, nothing from the commissioners.
Thanks.
I do have a question.
Oh.
What do we do with the excess contingency that we don't spend?
It just goes back into the capital fund.
We throw a big party.
All right.
Mhm.
Park Avenue. So few photos here. Last we looked at this, they were still installing the sheet pile. So this is showing that all the sheet pile has been installed. They've begun to fill the breakwater area. And then the next task that occurred was starting to construct this. These are showing supports that hold the structure together, and then stone goes on top of this. This is not the best photo, but what this is showing is the large pipes or these piles that were installed for the floating dock. This is how the floating dock is going to attach. So then in this last photo here, you can see the breakwater is now being filled in, and these are the installed piles. And so the new floating dock system will attach to it. We're reaching a point now where they are going to close up for the season, even though it doesn't really feel like winter. We're treating it that way. So they're wrapping up. The large crane was taken off site on Monday. We're completing some of this work here, and then they'll be returning in early spring. And the first thing they'll be doing is installing the concrete ramp and
Jeff,
the
what's going on
concrete.
to the south right there?
I'm sorry,
What's going on to the south right there, the tan area?
right here?
Yeah.
That looks like someone did some bluff restoration. I'm guessing that looks almost like blanket or something.
Yard work. I'm glad I don't have to do it.
And then lastly, here's our financial report for this. Same thing, no changes in the contingency right now.
Great.
Any questions?
That's 4 no's.
Right, and the last project I'm going to touch on is the Centennial Ice Rink. So at the most recent update I gave, we were here where the concrete had been poured and it was curing. It's now complete. Here it was with the blankets were taken off. And then the dasher boards have been installed. Those are now complete. And we've been working with ice builders and other contractors that we work with on the system to get basically the system running again. It involves some programming and a few other things. So that's happening right now. We've been working with the Giants as well, and they would like to have ice near the end of March. And so our timing right now is we're going to finalize a little bit of electric in the mechanical room, and then we will be working with those contractors and we'll start the process. We're putting ice in basically in early March, and then we'll have it ready for March. And I think I have one more photo here. Yes, so we're also right now what's happening, rebuilding a ramp that used to be on the player bench side. So that's being put in right now. And there is our financial report.
All right, any questions on Centennial?
Did we end up painting also, or?
Yeah, that's I think that's actually started, right?
And what about the lighting? Has that been
It's
replaced?
completed.
Okay, great.
Brian, Kathleen? Right. Just real quick, I remember you saying that we had some issue with doing the other construction and getting the players back on the ice because there wouldn't be parking and it'd be kind of a mess. They've changed their mind, or we kind of.
My understanding is that we weren't able to meet a certain date early in the year, that it made more sense for them to find ice somewhere else and then come in at a later date.
Okay, so this is the later date. But
This
they
is that
want
later
on-
date, yeah.
Okay, perfect. I have no more questions.
Great, thanks.
Excellent. Okay, there was no bad news in there either. All right. We are on to Manager Schwartz. You've got 2 things: Maroney Park Playground Replacement Project and Centennial Ice, the full facility in sites.
All right, so I'm going to give a brief update on the Maroney Park Playground Improvement Project. We talked a little bit about this last year. We did some engagement and planning, and now this year we're moving forward with the implementation of the project. We actually had bids due today. So just a reminder, before we bring those bid contracts or contractor contracts to you in the upcoming months, or upcoming weeks, excuse me. So this is Maroney, just as a reminder of where it's located off of St. John's. This is just quick pictures of what it looks like. Reminder that we did start planning for this in November 2021 with a survey where we were looking at the north lot. We confirmed all of our site layout. We did quite a bit of engagement, and this is the final product, which is up on our website, has been shared with the community and reflects the equipment, the aesthetic that the community was looking for at that park. We are also improving ADA access to this park. So the orange shows the existing entry into the park, which is quite sloped. And so we're creating a new access path that doesn't impact any of the larger trees, so that it is an easier slope into the playground, allows for people to put their strollers and a picnic table there as well. Any question?
No, I love it.
Great.
Looks great.
So we expect to come back to the board with the bid results to award that contract and begin the project weather dependent this spring.
Okay, perfect. Commissioner Unberg?
How much larger is this playground than what's there now?
It's not larger. We did take out some landscaping so that we were able to expand the use zones for the play equipment, but the footprint itself is not different. So you can kind of see the existing footprint here. So we did not change that.
I guess I'm not visualizing what's there right now. It didn't seem like it was as spread out.
It did or didn't?
Did not.
Oh, yeah. We had the same thought that this rendering is kind of at scale feels a little off. But there was a lot of there's landscaping along the perimeter of the fencing that we're removing, so that there's shrubs, so that we're able to expand the use zone. So the equipment we can put in, I don't know, maybe it feels larger.
Okay, and were we doing a new fence?
We are doing a fence.
Thank you.
Commissioner Kaplan?
No questions. Thank you. Nothing.
Commissioner Bernstein? Nothing. Okay, perfect. Great, thank you.
Okay. Centennial Ice Arena.
It's hard to read from back there, isn't it?
It is. This was Jeff's. This was mine. Okay.
We got new TV monitors in the boardroom, but it flooded, so.
Really?
Okay. So
Taking the wall down just now. Sorry.
That's in the insurance claim, right?
quite a bit of activity at Centennial. The good weather, spring-like weather, has allowed us to keep moving forward. There we go. So they've been able to do a lot of flat work that they weren't expecting to have done. So you can see the new sidewalk that's lining the drop-off area. So it's really coming together now. This is the pipe for the ice melt, for the sidewalk ice melt. And then they're focusing primarily on rough-in work right now on the inside. So the demo is complete. They're roughing in, they're getting ready for drywall. So I just have views of the inside to kind of give you a sense of where we're at right now.
Wow.
And then they're, again, doing a lot of site work and prepping for future flat work and concrete. So this is, you can visualize the path that's going to connect I'm standing in the north lot here, and will connect into the main lot. So it'll be an off-road pedestrian access connecting the north lot to the ice arena.
Is there any lighting on that path?
There is lighting in the parking lot, but I don't believe that there's lighting. I can look into that. I don't know. I don't
Will you check
I
on
don't
that?
remember. Yeah, I will. And that's it. Oh, Oh, sorry. And then financial update. I'll talk about the change order and upcoming slides here in the next agenda item, but we're just plugging along here. And then this is our list of change orders. I'm happy to answer any questions. I can leave it up. I think that's my next slide. And then my next agenda item is to talk about the new proposed change order.
Do we have any images of the furniture?
I do in my next slide,
Oh.
in the next, if I can proceed to the next agenda
Yeah, I
item.
think, we want to keep going? Got a change, another change order to discuss? Yeah.
This is back to, sorry, we skipped it. Approval of Centennial Ice Arena renovation project.
Well, we're not there
Change-
yet.
You want to move to that one?
Well, this concludes my project update. And
Got it.
so my future slides will touch on, so to your question, we'll have images of the furniture, which is the change order.
Okay, so let's look at that, then we'll do questions, then we'll vote on the change order.
Is that clear? Okay.
Yeah, does that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so change order 25 is for lobby benches and miscellaneous millwork, but it's primarily the lobby furniture. So we chose to work with Woodhouse Tanucci to help us with the aesthetic and the look of the lobby to make it align with the design of the renovation. And so we selected these benches, and benches were the primary furniture piece that we really need in this space. It's where people change skates. It's where they stop, they put their stuff. And so we've selected a bench here, this kind of custom wide, it's kind of like a focal piece in the center of the lobby, and then a bench across from the reception. We looked at a number of different types of benches, but settled on this one because ultimately durability and kind of ability to withstand the wear and tear of the skates was priority so that it continues to look good. So this picture up here is from a recent renovation at the Robert Crown. Thank you so much. Robert Crown in Evanston that Woodhouse Tanucci did. So it is it's a wood, it's a bench, it's not wood, but it has the Mondo floor, which is the rubber floor that is on it's on the floor of the lobby. So it's going to wrap, right now they're using blue here, but it wraps around the bench. And then it has kind of this durable, like plastic. It is plastic. It doesn't look plasticky, but ends. And then ours will have built-in cubbies with the same kind of like durable material for people to tuck their shoes in. One of the things we talked a lot about was in the old lobby, if you ever went there for open skate, people would kind of shove their things under the benches, but they were kind of all over the lobby. And so we were really looking to find a functional piece of furniture where we could kind of tuck people's things in and then also make sure that it was durable to the wear and tear of skates. So that is the flexion.
Your stuff under.
Yeah, they don't have them in these photos, but we're working with the millwork contractor so that there'll be built-in cubbies. They'll be only open on one side, and then the rest will be wrapped Mondo.
What colors are we looking at?
The colors are grays, and most of the colors are gray and black. It's kind of like cool tones against warm woods. The wood is coming in around the reception desk area. And then, does that answer your question? I don't have samples, but I'm
No,
happy to
that's
bring
okay.
samples in to a future meeting.
I was asking primarily so that we are introducing some color into the facility and it's not just that.
We are bringing color in through the other furniture, which is not custom, so that it's not going through a change order with Stuckey. We've ordered that furniture through another company, and it's blue. We're having blue ottomans. I think here. We're putting in these kind of color ornaments. I believe, I'm gonna look to Chris because I can't remember offhand. I think we're doing this darker bluish and a white. And then the tables and chairs, it's also like a bluer tone and wood, light wood,
Tops, and then all the metal is kind of like the light.
a lighter blue. Yeah.
So they'll accent the royal blue to have more, well, black and white.
And we have chairs, not the fixed.
These are the chairs, and then these are the tables. They're not the right, I was trying to get our architect to send me the ones with the right colors, but I couldn't get them. So this gives you a sense of the movable furniture that will be in the lobby. These are not. These will be built in.
It's
And
family of
fixed.
5. It's pretty sad to roll up to those. You're like, you just eat over there.
You can move the chairs so your family of 5 can sit together.
I love it.
But you can see that this kind of area will be the more multi-purpose, multi-use flexible space, whereas the area closest to the rink, that is the primary use. There are very few opportunities to make that anything other than a place for people to put their skates on.
Right.
And so we felt that going with something that looked good, was a focal point, and that was durable was the priority.
What are those circles?
These are representing the ottomans. They're also movable, so we can put them anywhere we want. She's just showing them there. There's those nice big windows looking into what was the gymnastics room. And so, but they can move around. They're heavy though. So, I mean, they're not,
You're not just kicking them around.
no one's gonna pick up and leave with it, but we can move it. Any other questions?
Yeah.
I just have one question.
Oh, I didn't talk about the finances.
Before you get to that.
Okay.
We keep, while you have that drawing, I can't believe it's taken me this long to ask this question, but are we putting TVs in there and where are they going?
There are TVs in there. I'm happy to go off memory. I can also
Just like-
send you.
TVs in there, just like, 'cause I like TVs.
Okay, we have a lot of TVs. They are going to serve different purposes.
Yeah.
So there are TVs here behind the reception desk that
Three
are,
behind the reception
there's
desk?
3 behind the reception desk that are going to be they're going to have information on them. It's not to watch TV.
Yeah.
There's going to be a TV here to advertise, again, an informational TV. There's a TV here also for information so that people know where their team is going, what locker they're at, so the locker assignments, that kind of information. And then there is a TV here, which is the one that I think right now is the one that, if you remember, is up in the
Yeah.
top. I think is used for TV and can be used for TV. And then we have one here, which I think was being considered as possible live barn.
Okay.
I remembered. And then there's TVs that are going above each locker room, which will be used to change the name for whoever is going to be in that locker.
Okay, great.
Do we have,
There's also a TV in the multipurpose room, and therese a TV in the Giants room.
do we have lockers?
We do have lockers. There are lockers in the rink where they used to, kind of where like vending used to be. They're going to be new
New lockers. We
New
are-
lockers. Mhm.
I was hoping you would say that.
Yes, new lockers.
Okay.
So
Finances.
I think I'm just talking through these. So the total change order so it is 38,951. 37,501 of that is for the furniture, which will go to the furniture budget. $1,450 is, they were miscellaneous millwork changes that were a result of just changes in the drawing from the bid set to the bid or the set for construction. And so it's just some added miscellaneous changes to the reception desk that they decided on site. So that 1,450 will hit the contingency. So the contingency number that I showed, would go up by 1450. And so if approved, 43,267.99 would remain in our contingency. So I think I show that. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't do my math right here. So just go with what I just said.
So just to be clear, we picked some cooler furniture in our estimation, more functional, more sustainable, and will last longer than maybe we originally budgeted for. That's the difference in the furniture, correct?
The difference in the furniture is that instead of buying it, we're doing it through a change order. So it's built, it's custom. So that's why I'm coming to you for a change order.
Got it.
It's really only costing us like $1,400 more, but it's part of the contract now instead of us buying it separately.
Yeah.
Right.
we have
So
to
it's
approve
not
the
like
change order.
increasing.
Are you voting motion? Is there motion?
Yes. we need
Move for
it.
approval.
Second.
Great. Let me read it though. Is there a motion from the Park Board of Commissioners to accept Centennial Ice Arena renovation project change order 25 from Stuckey Construction in the amount of $38,951 for materials and installation of Mondo flooring at the ice rink entry area?
Move for approval.
Second.
Roxanne, please call the roll.
Commissioner Bernstein, Commissioner Kaplan.
Yes.
Is that aye? Commissioner Rottenberg, Vice President
Yes.
Freeman.
Okay, great. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was all good news. I love it. Review of vouchers, Director Peters.
Good evening. In your packet was the vouchers to the tune of about $600,000. And really the only remarkable item in there was the $170,000 check to Jim Milady Nissan, which was for the purchase of 5 Parks vehicles, which were replacement pickup trucks that we have previously
Black trucks.
discussed. There's a lot of
What's that?
trucks.
Black trucks or the blue truck?
Yeah.
I don't know what color.
What color are they? Black, yeah.
And that's all
Remember.
I have, unless there's more questions.
Does anyone have any questions? No, thank
Okay,
you so
thank you.
much. All right, Executive Director Rooms, any other business from staff or board? And we still have no members of the public, so we're not doing that. So is there a motion to go into closed session?
Before we go to closed session, can you tell us what's going on Martin Luther King Day?
Yes.
We don't have
Similar,
another meeting between now and then, do we?
yeah, no.
Okay.
Oh, no, you're right, we don't. No, it's good. So it's very similar to what we've done in the past. So this will be an in-person event next Monday, 10:30 to 12:30. I don't have all the details. Does anybody else? I can do it when we get back into open session, if that's okay.
Well, just send us something so we.
Yeah,
know when you
I'll
want
put it
us
in my
there.
report, but I can also give the information, to go back into
Okay,
after closed session,
okay.
but I wasn't prepared for that, my apologies.
Okay, great.
Do you know if former Secretary of State Jesse White will be there?
No, I don't believe so. There's
Well, the
Tumblr deal?
tumblers.
No.
Okay,
No
do we have a
Tum-
motion to
no
go into
Jesse White?
close? Are we done
Lynn?
with the, I'm okay? We'll revisit it. So,
President
Need an
Grossberg
update.
will be speaking.
great. Is there a motion to go into closed session pursuant to the following sections of the Open Meetings Act? Section 2C5, the purchase lease of real estate, including discussion whether a certain parcel of property should be acquired. Section 2C6, the setting of the price for sale or lease of property owned by the
So
district.
moved. Second.
Axan, please call the roll.
Should I be recording this?
No. Oh, yeah. just
Yeah,
wait till we-
yes, yes,
Record
I'll
this.
tell you when you can stop. Commissioner Bernstein,
Aye.
Commissioner Kaplan.
Yes,
Commissioner
yes.
Rottenberg, Vice President Freeman.
Yes,
Okay, now you can have.
great.
popcorn.
We've adjourned at
So you can end the
6:32
meeting,
in
you're
closed
done.
session.
Thank you. So Terry's speaking?
Yeah.
I'm okay then?
Yep.